What if quantum science proved your mind commands the cosmos? This audiobook exposes how physics confirms the timeless secret your thoughts dictate everything. The universe is listening, it's time to claim your dominion. The Quantum Mystery. Introduction. What if you realized that every idea you harbor sends vibrations across the cosmos? That your sentiments, your internal condition, are beacons to the universe? Science now affirms what timeless sages have eternally proclaimed: you influence existence in manners more deep than you've ever conceived. The cosmos now functions as a complex network of vitality. Your awareness is not detached from this vitality domain. You are a vital component of it. Your mindfulness forms existence itself. Every sentiment you experience, every purpose you maintain, vibrates through the matrix of being, interlacing your encounters instant by instant. This is not esoteric pondering. It's the empirical reality. Quantum physics now discloses that the watcher alters what is watched. Just as attraction never falters, the tenet of vibration guarantees that the vitality you release draws encounters that correspond to it. This is the tenet of quantum linkage manifested in your everyday existence. Your internal realm forges your external reality. You are not an inactive spectator of the cosmos. You are an engaged contributor. Every instant offers you a selection to harmonize with the quantum energies that rule formation, or to oppose them. When you comprehend this reality, you grasp the means to forming your fate. There is no division between empirical knowledge and essence when observed through the prism of quantum existence. The identical energy that maintains worlds in circuit, the identical vitality that connects particles, is affected by your ideas and purposes. This is your concealed strength, the capacity to form your world through the mindful application of your awareness. You now position at the brink of change. The cosmos is awaiting your mindful involvement in its magnificent blueprint. What will you forge? Part 1. Awakening to Quantum Interlinkage. Chapter 1. The Concealed Network. In modern times, a fatigued commuter navigated through endless traffic. His energy depleted, his morale waning. As the sun cast its final beams across the urban sprawl, he spotted a subway entrance adorned with enigmatic patterns. Within its depths, illuminated by flickering lights, hung an extraordinary mural. Its lines shimmered with an otherworldly sheen, each curve pulsing with vitality, intertwining to form designs that seemed to evolve before his eyes. As he gazed upon it, comprehension dawned, each line linked to innumerable others, creating a splendid unity. In that instant, his solitude vanished, replaced by a deep awareness of his place in the cosmic blueprint. The quantum domain encircles you, courses through you, binds you to all that is. This is not merely lyrical imagery, but the core essence of existence itself. Just as the curves in that contemporary mural interwove to create a greater unity, your vitality merges with the immense cosmic net that unites all formation. Within this boundless domain, your ideas and sentiments are not limited to your bodily form. They wave outward like surges upon a cosmic sea, touching existences in manners you cannot yet discern. Each feeling, each subtle alteration in your awareness creates waves that extend far beyond your immediate perception. When you undergo delight, that oscillation resonates through the quantum texture, elevating the vitality of all those linked to you through this unseen net. When you shelter apprehension, that too dispatches its signal across the universal system, impacting the delicate equilibrium of energies that encompasses you and others. Your every idea, your every sentiment becomes part of the grand weave of being, interlacing its influence into the very texture of existence itself. Each instant you participate in this grand interchange of vitality. Your presence influences the unity just as the unity influences you. This is the deeper reality that quantum physics has begun to disclose. The watcher and the watched are inseparable components of the same system. Let me impart to you the narrative of Lena, a young visionary who once existed in self-imposed detachment, believing herself apart from the world. She constructed barriers of doubt around her core. Yet one day, while contemplating beneath a timeless oak, she underwent a revelation. She saw herself as a living strand in the cosmic weave linked to every leaf, every gust of wind, every star in the night sky. This comprehension transformed her being. Her doubts dissolved as she embraced her true essence as an inseparable component of the universal unity. Like Lena, you may have felt alone, disconnected from the flow of life. Yet this perceived detachment is an illusion. Every atom of your being is in constant communion with the infinite domain of possibility that surrounds you. Sacred practice. The quantum linkage contemplation. Find a serene area and settle into a comfortable position. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Visualize yourself as a luminous strand in the universal tapestry. With each breath, become aware of your linkage to everything around you. The air you breathe, the ground beneath you, the vast sky above. Feel the vitality flowing through you, extending outward to touch all of creation. Recognize that you are not separate from this flow. You are an essential part of it. Maintain this awareness for several minutes, allowing yourself to experience the profound truth of your interlinkage with all that is. Chapter 2. The Watcher Effect. In a settlement overlooked by time, there resided a master potter whose creations captured the imagination of all who beheld them. Each morning, as the sun painted the sky in shades of dawn, he would stand before his wheel gathering clay upon his spindle. Yet it was not his tools that shaped the most extraordinary pieces. It was the steadfast focus of his mind. One dawn, as he prepared to form a container, he noticed something remarkable. When his thoughts wandered, the clay would twist into irregular forms. But in moments of complete concentration, when his mind held only the image of what he wished to create, the moist clay would flow as if guided by an unseen hand, taking on the exact form he envisioned. The quantum realm reveals the same truth through the Watcher effect. The very act of focusing your attention alters the behavior of particles at their most fundamental level. This is not mysticism, but verified science. Your consciousness interacts directly with the fabric of reality, shaping the quantum possibilities into manifest form. Just as the potter's focused intention guides formless matter into beautiful vessels, your attention molds the infinite potential of the quantum field into your lived experience. Every thought you maintain with steady focus becomes a template for physical manifestation. This is why scattered thoughts create scattered results, while concentrated intention brings forth precise manifestations. Let me share the story of Nora, the distracted artisan. Her loom stood laden with threads of finest wool, yet her tapestries lacked the brilliance they once possessed. Her mind, pulled in countless directions, left her work as tangled as her thoughts. Customers began to turn away, and her heart grew heavy with worry. One evening, an elderly visitor entered her workspace, observing Nora's scattered approach. She shared a simple truth. Your threads mirror your thoughts. When your mind wanders, so does your weaving. Taking this wisdom to heart, Nora began to focus solely on one thread, one pattern, one moment at a time. As her attention grew more focused, her tapestries transformed, each one more beautiful than the last. Just as Nora discovered, your reality reflects your focus. When your attention splinters across numerous concerns, your manifestations become diluted and unclear. But when you direct your attention with precision, reality shapes itself to match your concentrated intention. Sacred practice, the single focus manifestation. Choose one desire that burns brightest in your heart, that singular dream which stirs your soul and awakens your deepest yearnings. For 7 sacred days, dedicate yourself to maintaining crystal clear focus on this single intention, letting all other wishes fade temporarily into the background. Each evening, as the day draws to a close, record in your journal how this focused attention has influenced your daily experience. Write with complete honesty about your observations, noting even the smallest details. Notice the subtle shifts in energy around you, the seemingly random coincidences that begin to multiply, and the new possibilities that emerge when you direct your creative force toward one clear purpose. Through this concentrated practice, you will witness firsthand how the universe conspires to align itself with your unwavering focus, bringing your cherished desire ever closer to manifestation. Chapter 3. Duration. dimension, and boundless potentials. In the peaks where ancient breezes murmur secrets, a herdsman tended his flock beneath star-filled skies. One evening, pursuing a stray animal, he discovered an opening in the hillside that seemed to throb with otherworldly light. Drawn by an inexplicable force, the herdsman entered the cavern. Inside, crystalline walls reflected dancing lights, and the air hummed with ethereal energy. He sat in contemplation, lost in the cavern's mystical embrace. When he finally emerged, he was startled to find the moon had completed many cycles. What felt like a single hour in the cavern had been 7 nights in the outside world. This truth echoes through quantum physics. Duration and dimension are not rigid constructs, but flexible realms that respond to consciousness. The linear progression of duration is an illusion, a limited perception that keeps you bound to a single track of possibility. Within the quantum field, all moments exist simultaneously. Past, present, and future are not separate points on a line, but interconnected aspects of an eternal now. Your consciousness can access any point in this infinite web of possibility, transcending the artificial boundaries of sequential duration. Let me share the tale of Alara, an explorer of antiquity. In her relentless pursuit of wisdom, Alara discovered sacred artifacts that revealed the fluid nature of duration. Through deep contemplation and unwavering faith, she learned to perceive beyond linear duration. She witnessed the forging of great relics before their creation began and saw ancient societies in their prime. Yet her greatest revelation was understanding that these visions were not mere dreams. They were glimpses of real potentials accessible through expanded consciousness. Alara's journey mirrors your own potential. When you release your attachment to linear duration, you open doorways to infinite possibilities. Those moments when you feel trapped by duration, waiting for success, healing, or transformation, are actually portals to instantaneous change through quantum consciousness. Sacred practice transcending duration's illusion. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Bring to mind an area of your life where you feel bound by duration, perhaps a goal that seems distant. Close your eyes and visualize duration dissolving around this situation. See the artificial barriers of past and future melting away until you exist in a sphere of pure potential. Feel yourself accessing the reality where your desire has already manifested. Let this knowing sink deep into your being. In the quantum field, all possibilities exist now. Chapter 4. Your oscillatory imprint. In a plane untouched by time, there lived a performer who spent her days crafting harmonies that danced upon the breeze. One moonlit evening, while wandering through an ancient meadow, she stumbled upon a peculiar device. Unlike any she had seen before, it appeared to be carved from luminous crystal, its strings seemingly woven from moonlight. As her fingers brushed against the strings, something extraordinary occurred. The device began to resonate not just with sound, but with the very essence of life around her. The trees swayed in harmony, flowers opened their petals in rhythm, and even the stars above seemed to pulse in concert with her touch. Through this mystical device, the performer discovered that everything in existence possesses its own unique oscillation. You too exist as a living oscillation, broadcasting your energetic imprint into the vast quantum domain. Every idea, emotion, and intention creates a vibrational pattern that ripples through the universe, attracting experiences that match your energy. When you vibrate at the frequency of joy, the universe responds by bringing more joyful experiences into your life. When you resonate with abundance, prosperity flows naturally toward you. This universal law operates with unwavering precision, like attracts like, and your emotional state serves as a magnetic force, drawing circumstances that mirror your inner world. By consciously elevating your frequency through positive emotions, gratitude, and love, you align yourself with the highest possibilities available in the quantum field. Like a radio tuning to receive the clearest signal, your heightened vibration allows you to access states of pure potential, where manifestation flows effortlessly. Each moment you choose joy, each expression of genuine gratitude, and every act of unconditional love raises your energetic signature closer to divine harmony. In this elevated state, you become a powerful beacon, naturally drawing forth the most magnificent opportunities the universe has to offer. Consider the tale of Rian, a humble artisan who struggled to provide for his family. Each day he set out with worry in his heart, fear clouding his thoughts. His efforts returned empty, and despair grew within him. Then, through the guidance of a wise elder, Rian learned to shift his inner state before beginning his work. He would fill his heart with gratitude, joy, and trust in the abundance of his craft. As his inner world transformed, so did his outer reality. His creations began overflowing with quality, attracting buyers from distant places. Just as Ryan discovered your external circumstances reflect your internal frequency, the universe responds not to your words or actions alone, but to the vibrational energy you emanate. Sacred practice frequency alignment. Each morning upon waking, pause to observe your emotional frequency. Notice the quality of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Then consciously choose to elevate your vibration. Feel gratitude flowing through your being. Let joy bubble up from within. Experience love expanding in your heart. Maintain this elevated state for several minutes, allowing it to set the tone for your day. Through this practice, you attune yourself to the frequencies of abundance, success, and fulfillment. Chapter 5. The Strength of Concentrated Purpose. In a mountain settlement forgotten by time, there lived an archer whose precision surpassed all others. Though skilled with the bow, her arrows often strayed from their mark, scattered like her thoughts across the wind. Day after day she practiced without improvement, her mind cluttered with doubts, fears, and endless distractions. One morning, as dawn painted the sky, an elder observed her practice. "Your arrows fly as your thoughts do," the elder said, scattered, unfocused, chasing many targets at once. The elder taught her an ancient technique to breathe as one with the bow, to see nothing but the target, to let all other thoughts dissolve into nothingness. Through patient practice, she learned to quiet her mind. When she drew her bow, the world fell away. There existed only the arrow, the target, and the space between a single unbroken line of intention. Through this newfound focus, every arrow found its mark, as if guided by an unseen hand. You too possess this power of focused intention. When your thoughts scatter in multiple directions, your manifesting power diminishes. But when you direct your energy with laser precision toward a single goal, the universe conspires to bring it into being. Just as the archer's arrows flew true when she eliminated all distractions, your intentions manifest most powerfully when you maintain unwavering focus. Picture Leora, a brilliant innovator whose workshop was filled with half-finished projects and abandoned dreams. Her mind brimmed with innovative ideas, yet doubt clouded her emotions. Though her hands worked skillfully, her heart remained unconvinced of success. Each invention stalled, reflecting her internal discord. Through deep introspection, Leora discovered that true creation requires harmony of being. She learned to align her thoughts of success with genuine excitement for her work, matching these with dedicated action. Once these elements synchronized, her creativity flowed, unimpeded, and her inventions sprang to life with remarkable ease. This ancient wisdom reveals a crucial truth about manifestation. When thought, emotion, and action align, they create a resonance so powerful that the universe itself responds. Like three notes combining to form a perfect chord, this alignment produces manifestation that seems almost magical in its effectiveness. Sacred practice. The arrow of intention. Choose one desire to be your target. Each day set aside 10 minutes for focused intention practice. Eliminate all distractions. See your desire with perfect clarity as the archer saw her target. Feel it as real as Leora felt her inventions come alive. Let all other thoughts fall away until only your intention remains. Maintain this single-pointed focus, watching as clarity emerges in your life, like arrows finding their mark. Chapter 6. Quantum Harmony. In a secluded plain where ancient wisdom still whispers through the grasses, there lived a young cultivator named Thorn. Though his hands worked tirelessly in the soil, and his mind held vast knowledge of growth, his plot remained barren. Each morning, he would tend to his land with growing frustration, his thoughts filled with doubt, even as his lips spoke words of encouragement to his seedlings. One misty dawn, an elder appeared at his plot gate. She watched silently as Thorn worked, noting how his shoulders slumped with defeat, even as he meticulously followed every cultivation principle he knew. "Your plot reflects the discord within," the elder spoke softly. "Your thoughts speak of failure, while your lips whisper hope. Your hands move with precision, yet your heart trembles with fear. When these forces war within you, how can life flourish in your care?" The elder taught Thorn an ancient truth that all creation requires the perfect harmony of thought, emotion, and action. Like three streams joining to form a mighty river, these forces must flow together. Through her guidance, Thorn learned to align his inner world. When he thought of abundance, he allowed himself to feel the joy of a bountiful harvest, and his actions flowed naturally from this aligned state. Within weeks, his plot transformed into a paradise of blooming flowers and ripening fruits. You too must understand this fundamental law of creation. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions move in different directions, they create interference patterns in the quantum field, like waves canceling each other out. This misalignment weakens your manifesting power. Consider Elias, a brilliant composer whose workshop was filled with unfinished scores and abandoned melodies. His mind brimmed with innovative ideas, yet doubt clouded his emotions. Though his hands worked skillfully, his heart remained unconvinced of success. Each composition stalled, reflecting his internal discord. Through deep introspection, Elias discovered that true creation requires harmony of being. He learned to align his thoughts of success with genuine excitement for his work, matching these with dedicated action. Once these elements synchronized, his creativity flowed unimpeded, and his compositions sprang to life with remarkable ease. This ancient wisdom reveals a crucial truth about manifestation. When thought, emotion, and action align, they create a resonance so powerful that the universe itself responds. Like three notes combining to form a perfect chord, this alignment produces manifestation that seems almost magical in its effectiveness. Sacred practice, the harmony of being. Take your journal and write about an area of your life where these three forces feel disconnected. Notice where your thoughts contradict your emotions, or where your actions fail to support your desires. Perhaps you dream of creative success while harboring doubts, or claim to seek abundance while clinging to scarcity mindsets. Examine the places where your daily actions diverge from your proclaimed goals. Choose one small step toward realignment, creating harmony between what you think, feel, and do. This might be as simple as spending 5 minutes each morning visualizing your success, while genuinely allowing yourself to feel the joy of achievement, then taking one concrete action toward your goal. Remember, even the smallest movement toward alignment begins to create powerful resonance. Chapter 7. The Deception of Detachment. In a distant land where peaks touched the clouds and plains cradled ancient secrets, there dwelt a community whose people believed themselves cut off from all other life. High walls of timber encircled their homes, built by forebears who sought protection from imagined threats. Generation after generation lived within these walls, convinced their small world was all that existed. One day, a child discovered a hidden passage beneath the walls. Following this path, the residents found themselves in a vast network of trails connecting countless communities. Their isolation had been nothing but an illusion maintained by their own beliefs. You stand now at a similar threshold of understanding. The walls you perceive between yourself and the cosmos are as illusory as those that surrounded that ancient community. Quantum physics reveals that at the most fundamental level, detachment does not exist. The particles in your body dance in an eternal exchange with the world around you, while the space between atoms proves to be filled with infinite potential and connection. The wisdom traditions of distant lands have long taught this truth. Your sense of detachment is but a dream from which you can awaken. When you touch a flower, You touch the sun that fed it, the rain that nourished it, the soil that supported it. When you breathe, you share the air that has cycled through countless beings across time. In a retreat high in the peaks, a young contemplative named Arya struggled with feelings of profound isolation. Though surrounded by her companions, she felt disconnected from life itself. During one particularly deep contemplation, as the first rays of dawn touched her face, Arya experienced a moment of profound awakening. The boundaries of her being dissolved, and she recognized her true nature as inseparable from the universe itself. The bird song became her voice, the morning breeze her breath, the warm sunlight her consciousness. Like Arya, you may have felt the weight of perceived separation. Yet this perception exists only in the mind. Your true nature is one with the infinite field of consciousness that permeates all existence. Every star that shines in the night sky is connected to the very essence of your being. Sacred practice dissolving into oneness. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breath. As you inhale, imagine your breath carrying the essence of the cosmos into your being. As you exhale, feel the boundaries of your physical form beginning to soften. With each breath, allow yourself to expand beyond the limits of your body. Feel yourself merging with the air around you, the ground beneath you, the space that holds you. Let your consciousness spread like ripples on a pond, touching everything in existence. In this state of expanded awareness, recognize that you have always been one with the cosmos. There is nowhere that you end and it begins. Chapter 8. Unlock your boundless quantum essence. In the age of great explorations, there lived a cartographer whose heart yearned for uncharted territories. Though skilled in reading constellations and maps, he often found himself lost in treacherous terrains where conventional wisdom failed. During one particularly fierce gale, as waves crashed against his vessel and lightning split the sky, he discovered an unusual device in the depths of his ship. Unlike ordinary devices, this one seemed to respond not to magnetic north, but to something deeper, an invisible force that transcended the physical world. When he held it, a profound knowing filled his being. The device guided him not just through physical waters, but through the storms of doubt and fear that had long plagued his journey. Your quantum essence functions much like this mystical device. Beyond the confines of your physical form exists a version of you that transcends duration and dimension. A higher essence that knows the path through every storm. This infinite aspect of your being exists in perfect alignment with cosmic intelligence, guiding you toward your highest good. When you learn to access this quantum essence, you tap into an unlimited wellspring of wisdom. Your intuition becomes as clear as a beacon in the night, leading you through life's challenges with unwavering certainty. This is not mere wishful thinking. Quantum physics reveals that consciousness exists beyond the boundaries of space and duration, allowing you to access knowledge that transcends your current experience. In another time, there lived a carver who stood before an enormous block of marble. Others saw only rough stone, but she perceived something more. Day after day, she chipped away at the marble with absolute certainty, though no one else could see what she envisioned. When questioned about her methods, she would smile and say, "I am not creating. I am revealing what has always existed within." As the days turned to weeks, a magnificent form emerged from the stone. Those who witnessed its unveiling gasped in wonder, for she had revealed a masterpiece that seemed to have been waiting within the marble all along. Just as the masterpiece existed within the marble before the carver's first touch. Your infinite potential exists within you now. Your quantum essence holds the blueprint of your highest expression, waiting to be revealed through your conscious connection with it. Sacred practice communing with your quantum essence. Find a peaceful space and settle into a comfortable position. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, allowing your awareness to expand beyond your physical form. Imagine your consciousness extending into the quantum domain, where all possibilities exist. From this expanded state, pose a question to your quantum essence about any area of your life seeking guidance. Rather than straining for answers, rest in receptive silence. Trust that the wisdom will arise naturally, perhaps as a feeling, an image, or a knowing that transcends words. The answers you seek already exist within the infinite aspect of your being. Part 2. Deepening Quantum Understanding and Practice. Chapter 9. Quantum Transitions. In the heart of a contemporary metropolis, a merchant named Elias devoted his life to seeking fortune. Each morning he would venture through the bustling streets, examining valuable goods and negotiating deals, always believing riches lay just beyond his grasp. For 20 years he searched every corner of the vibrant market, yet prosperity eluded him. One evening, exhausted from another fruitless day, he leaned against a wall in despair. As he shifted his weight, the wall gave way, revealing a hidden portal. This portal, unlike any he had seen, bore no handle or keyhole. Inscribed upon it in flowing script were the words, "What you seek lies within, not without." In that moment, Elias understood his pursuit of external wealth had blinded him to the abundance already present in his life. As this realization dawned, the portal silently opened, revealing not gold or jewels, but a mirror that reflected his own transformed expression. Your reality can transform just as swiftly as Elias's. Quantum physics reveals that change need not unfold gradually over time. It can manifest in a single profound moment of shift. When you alter your perception, you instantly step into a new frequency of existence, attracting different experiences and opportunities. This principle manifests through what science calls quantum jumps, particles moving from one energy state to another without traversing the space between. Your consciousness operates similarly. You need not journey through endless steps of transformation. A single shift in perspective can catapult you into an entirely new reality. In distant highlands, a cultivator named Soren toiled endlessly on his barren plot. Year after year, his crops yielded little, barely sustaining his family. One morning, while watching dewdrops glisten on a blade of grass, he noticed how the moisture collected differently in various parts of his field. This simple observation sparked an epiphany. His land wasn't poor. It simply required different crops in different areas. That season, by planting according to the land's natural patterns rather than fighting against them, his harvest multiplied tenfold. Soren's story mirrors your own potential for sudden transformation. Just as he shifted from struggling against his circumstances to working in harmony with them, you too can experience immediate change by aligning with, rather than resisting, the natural flow of life. Sacred practice. The quantum transition. Each day for the next week, dedicate 10 minutes to examining an area of life where you feel stuck. Rather than focusing on what isn't working, ask yourself, what shift in perspective can I make to open new possibilities? Let the answer arise naturally from within. Notice how this simple practice begins to dissolve old patterns, making way for quantum leaps in your experience. Chapter 10. The Quantum Strength of Conviction. In a settlement of artisans lived a potter whose finesse surpassed all others. Though born into a family of master craftsmen, the potter believed himself incapable of creating beauty. Day after day his wheel spun without fruition, leaving only broken fragments where masterpieces should have stood. One evening, as shadows lengthened across his workspace floor, a traveler appeared at his door. The stranger's eyes fell upon the scattered pieces of clay, and without judgment he shared a tale of the cosmos's first form, the cosmic force that shaped galaxies from stardust, believing each creation into existence. The cosmos, the stranger said, does not question its ability to create. It simply creates, and through that pure conviction worlds are born. These words pierced the potter's heart like a shaft of light through darkness. The next morning he approached his work with new eyes, and for the first time his hands moved with certainty. Within weeks his vessels began to breathe with life, each piece more magnificent than the last. Your convictions shape the quantum domain around you, molding reality like a potter shapes clay. Each thought you hold true creates ripples through the fabric of existence, attracting experiences that match your deepest convictions. When you believe in limitation, the cosmos reflects that belief back to you through circumstances that reinforce it. Yet just as the potter transformed his reality through a shift in conviction, you hold the power to reprogram the quantum domain around you. Your convictions are not fixed stones, but flowing rivers that can be redirected. Every thought you think repeatedly becomes a groove in your consciousness, attracting experiences that validate it. In a distant city lived a young woman named Kira, whose brilliance dimmed beneath the weight of unworthiness. Though opportunities surrounded her, she remained blind to them, convinced she deserved nothing more than struggle. Years passed until a dream shook her awake. In it, she saw herself as the cosmos saw her limitless worthy divine. This vision cracked the shell of her old convictions. Each morning she began affirming her worth, and slowly, like a flower turning toward the sun, her life blossomed. Opportunities she had never noticed before appeared. Relationships deepened and abundance flowed naturally into her life. Kira's transformation reveals the power you hold within. Your current situations reflect convictions you have carried perhaps unknowingly for years, but these convictions can be changed, and with them your entire reality shifts. Sacred practice. The conviction transmutation. Take a moment now to write down one limiting conviction that has shaped your reality, that persistent thought which has whispered doubts into your mind and held you back from your true potential. Look deeply at this conviction, understanding that it was likely inherited or absorbed during your earliest years, before you had the wisdom to question its truth. Now, create an empowering affirmation that directly counters this conviction, one that resonates with your highest vision for yourself. Make it personal, powerful, and present tense. For the next 21 days, speak this new truth aloud each morning as the sun rises, and each evening as darkness falls, allowing it to sink deep into your consciousness, like a seed being planted in fertile soil. Feel the vibration of these words in your body, knowing that each repetition rewrites the ancient programming within your mind. Watch as your reality begins to align with this new frequency of thought, as surely as iron filings align with a magnetic field. The cosmos has no choice but to respond to your new energetic signature. Chapter 11. Manifesting with Quantum Imagery. In a sun-drenched meadow where mountains touched clouds, there lived an artist named Theo. Each morning he would stand before his blank canvas paintbrush, trembling with uncertainty. Though his heart yearned to create masterpieces, his hands produced only shadows of his dreams. His art felt lifeless, lacking the vibrancy he knew existed within his soul. One dawn, as Theo walked through morning mist, he encountered an ancient willow. Beneath its branches sat a wise elder, who shared the secret of creation. Before you touch brush to canvas, you must first paint with your mind's eye. See the finished work in all its glory. Feel its presence, know its completion. Only then will your hands become instruments of manifestation. Through the quantum domain flows an endless stream of creative potential. Your thoughts shape this energy, molding it into physical form just as surely as an artist shapes color. When you learn to harness the power of imagery, you tap directly into this universal creative force. Imagery is not mere daydreaming. It is a sacred act of creation. When you hold a clear image in your mind infused with emotion and certainty, you align your energy with that specific frequency in the quantum domain. This alignment draws your desire from the realm of possibility into physical manifestation. Your mind's eye serves as a quantum lens, focusing universal energy into form. Just as light passes through a magnifying glass to concentrate its power, your focused imagery concentrates creative energy into manifestation. The clearer and more detailed your vision, the more precisely this energy aligns with your desire. Along a distant shore lived a fisherwoman named Isla, who struggled to fill her nets. One evening, an elder shared wisdom passed down through generations. Before casting your nets, cast your vision. See the fish swimming toward you, feel the weight of abundance in your hands. Isla began spending each sunrise in quiet contemplation, visualizing schools of fish drawn to her boat like moths to flame. As her mental picture grew clearer, her nets grew heavier. The fish seemed to answer her silent call, appearing exactly where she envisioned them. This truth extends beyond fishing. It reaches into every aspect of your life. What Isla discovered about fish, you can apply to any desire. Your clear imagery sends ripples through the quantum domain, attracting the circumstances, opportunities, and resources needed to manifest your vision. Sacred practice, the quantum vision. Set aside 10 minutes each day for focused imagery. Choose one specific goal and see it in vivid detail, not as a future possibility, but as a present reality. Engage all your senses. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the textures, and most importantly, embrace the emotions of having already achieved your desire. Let this vision become so real that your body responds as though it were already manifested. Through this practice, you align your energy with the frequency of your desire, accelerating its journey from thought to form. Chapter 12. Interpreting the Cosmos. In a time when mountains still whispered their secrets to those who would listen, a voyager named Ronan found himself deep within an ancient woodland. As shadows lengthened and paths grew uncertain, fear began to cloud his thoughts. Yet in this moment of darkness, nature itself began to whisper its wisdom. An owl appeared, its golden eyes catching the fading light, beckoning him forward. The wind shifted, carrying the scent of fresh water. Stars emerged one by one, forming a celestial arrow pointing north. Following these signs, Ronan discovered not just his way home, but an eternal truth. The cosmos speaks in the language of synchronicity. The quantum domain flows with infinite intelligence, orchestrating events that guide you toward your highest good. These are not mere coincidences, but divine arrangements, moments when the fabric of reality aligns to show you the way forward. Synchronicity manifests as meaningful coincidences that catch your attention. A thought crosses your mind, and moments later, its answer appears in an unexpected conversation. You wonder about a decision, and 3 separate encounters provide the same guidance. These are not random events, but quantum communications. The cosmos constantly responds to your energy, reflecting back precisely what you need to see. When you align with your true path, synchronicities multiply. They appear as signposts, confirming your direction, or gently redirecting your course when needed. In a distant monastery, a young scholar named Leora spent years searching through ancient texts for hidden wisdom. One morning, while contemplating a particular puzzle, she noticed a pattern of events unfolding. A scroll fell open to a specific page. A stranger mentioned the very topic she studied, and a dream revealed a crucial detail. Following these synchronized moments, Leora uncovered not just the answer she sought, but a profound understanding of how the cosmos guides those who pay attention. Each synchronicity in your life carries a message, a response to your questions, hopes, and intentions. Like Leora, you need only remain aware and receptive to receive this guidance. The quantum domain arranges these meaningful coincidences as breadcrumbs leading you toward your desires. These sacred signs appear more frequently as your consciousness expands, offering validation when you're aligned with your true purpose and gentle course corrections when you begin to stray. The cosmos speaks through this ancient language of synchronicity, a divine dialogue that has guided seekers throughout the ages. As you attune yourself to these cosmic whispers, you'll find they illuminate the path before you with increasing clarity and precision. Sacred practice, the Synchronicity Journal. Keep a small journal with you throughout your day. When synchronicities appear, repeated numbers, meaningful encounters, timely messages, record them immediately. Write down what you were thinking or feeling before each occurrence. At day's end, reflect on these moments. What guidance might they offer? What patterns emerge? Through this practice, you will develop a deeper awareness of how the cosmos speaks directly to you through the quantum domain. Chapter 13. Concurrent Existences. In a time when sages still walked the earth, a warrior named Thorn stood at a sacred junction. 3 paths stretched before him, one winding through shadowed groves, another climbing sunlit ridges, and a third disappearing into mysterious vapors. As he contemplated each path, the air shimmered with possibility, each choice vibrating with potential futures. You exist in a quantum domain of infinite possibilities, where every decision splits reality into parallel paths. Like waves in a cosmic pond, Your choices create ripples that reshape the fabric of your existence. This truth, known to ancient sages and confirmed by quantum physics, reveals the profound power you hold in each moment of decision. The quantum domain responds to your choices with precise accuracy, manifesting the reality that aligns with your decision. When you stand at a junction, infinite versions of your life branch out before you. Each choice activates a different timeline, a different dimension of experience. This is not merely metaphorical. It is the very nature of quantum reality. Your consciousness navigates these parallel realities through the power of choice. Every decision, from the seemingly insignificant to the life-altering, creates a split in your timeline. The version of you who chose differently continues to exist in a parallel reality, experiencing the consequences of that alternative choice. In the vast expanse of an ancient ocean, a mariner named Celine faced a mighty storm. Her charts showed the familiar route, the safe passage home, yet something within urged her to choose differently. Against conventional wisdom, she turned her vessel toward uncharted waters. This single choice led her to discover not just new lands, but a profound truth that the cosmos rewards those who dare to choose differently. The quantum domain holds all possibilities simultaneously until you collapse them through choice. Like Celine, you stand at the helm of your life, surrounded by infinite potential realities. Each choice you make determines which reality you step into. This is the true power of quantum choice, the ability to consciously select your reality from the field of all possibilities. When you understand this principle, you recognize that no choice is truly small. Each decision ripples through the quantum domain, creating new patterns of reality. Your power lies not in hoping for a better future, but in choosing it into existence, moment by moment. Sacred practice. The quantum choice contemplation. Find a quiet space where you can contemplate an important choice you face. Close your eyes and visualize each potential path before you. See them stretching out like threads of light into different futures. For each option, allow yourself to fully experience the reality it might create. Feel the emotions, see the circumstances, sense the energy of each possibility. Let your intuition guide you to the reality that resonates most deeply with your highest good. This practice aligns your consciousness with the quantum domain, empowering you to make choices that manifest your desired reality. Chapter 14. Appreciation in a realm beyond time. In a settlement where seasons whispered ancient wisdom, there lived a cultivator named Thorn. Though his fields yielded little during a harsh year, he gathered his meager harvest each evening and bowed in gratitude. "Thank you for these precious gifts," he would say, holding each grain as if it were gold. While others lamented their misfortune, Thorn maintained his practice of appreciation. As the next season dawned, something miraculous occurred. His fields flourished beyond measure, overflowing with abundance that seemed to arise from nowhere. You hold within you the same power that transformed Thorn's fortune. Appreciation acts as a quantum accelerator, instantly raising your vibrational frequency and aligning you with the abundant nature of the cosmos. When you express genuine appreciation, you activate a profound law within the quantum domain, like attracts like. The cosmos responds to gratitude with mathematical precision. Each grateful thought sends ripples through the quantum domain, attracting more experiences that match that high-frequency energy. This is not merely positive thinking. It is a fundamental principle of quantum mechanics. Your appreciation creates a resonance that draws similar energies toward you. Many search endlessly for the key to abundance, yet it lies in this simple truth: gratitude multiplies what you already have. When you focus on lack, you emit a frequency that attracts more experiences of scarcity. But when you cultivate genuine appreciation, you transform your energy field into a powerful magnet for prosperity. A wanderer named Elowen spent years drifting between settlements, focusing on what she lacked. Her possessions were few, her clothes worn. One evening, as she watched the sunset paint the sky in brilliant colors, something shifted within her. "What a gift," she whispered, truly appreciating nature's display. This moment marked the beginning of a new practice, finding something to appreciate in every experience, no matter how small. As Elowen continued her journey, she began noticing more moments of beauty, the kindness of strangers, the warmth of the sun, the taste of simple meals. With each expression of gratitude, her circumstances began to shift. Opportunities appeared, generosity flowed her way, and abundance followed her footsteps like a faithful companion. Just as Elowen discovered, your gratitude holds the power to reshape reality. Every time you pause to appreciate what you have, you create a quantum shift that attracts more reasons to be grateful. This is the paradox of abundance. It flows most freely to those who already appreciate what they possess. Sacred practice. The Gratitude Accelerator. Begin each day by writing 5 specific things you genuinely appreciate in your journal. Let your gratitude flow naturally, focusing on both small moments and significant blessings. Feel the emotion of appreciation as you write each entry. Watch how this daily practice begins to shift your reality, attracting more experiences that inspire gratitude. This ancient practice, when performed consistently, creates a powerful resonance in the quantum domain that accelerates the manifestation of abundance in all forms. Chapter 15. Breaking Free of Quantum Opposition. In a distant plain where mountains touch the clouds, a magnificent eagle lived within the boundaries of a wooden enclosure. Each day the bird would soar along the perimeter, never straying from its familiar path. One morning the enclosure was removed, yet the bird continued its circular journey, trapped by invisible barriers that existed only in its mind. You, like this noble bird, may find yourself bound by barriers that no longer exist. The quantum domain responds not to what is, but to what you believe to be true. When you hold on to patterns of self-sabotage, you create opposition in the universal flow of abundance. Your thoughts and beliefs shape the quantum reality around you with unwavering precision. Each time you doubt your worth or question your ability to receive, you strengthen the invisible fence that keeps you running in circles. These self-imposed limitations become quantum barriers, blocking the natural flow of prosperity that seeks to reach you. Consider the tale of the trader Farid, whose brilliant ventures brought him considerable wealth. Yet deep within his consciousness lived a fear, a belief that success would inevitably lead to failure. Each time his wealth grew, this fear would surface, compelling him to make choices that diminished his fortune. Though the cosmos continued offering opportunities for abundance, Farid's opposition created a pattern of loss. One day, while contemplating in his garden, Farid realized that his fear of failure was merely a shadow, an illusion as insubstantial as morning mist. In that moment of clarity, he chose to release his opposition. As his fear dissolved, the quantum domain responded, his business flourished, and wealth flowed effortlessly into his life. This story mirrors your own journey with opposition. The cosmos stands ready to deliver all you desire, yet your inner barriers may be blocking its flow. Like water meeting a dam, abundance cannot reach you until you remove these self-imposed obstacles. Quantum opposition manifests in many forms: fear of success, unworthiness, doubt, or the belief that struggle is necessary for reward. Each of these creates a disturbance in your energy field, preventing the natural flow of prosperity. Like static interference disrupting a clear signal, these limiting beliefs cloud the perfect resonance between your desires and the cosmos's infinite abundance. When you hold on to these forms of opposition, you unknowingly construct barriers that redirect the very blessings seeking to reach you. The cosmos, in its infinite wisdom, cannot override the quantum interference you generate through these deeply held patterns. Sacred practice dissolving quantum opposition. Take a quiet moment with your journal. Write down one fear or limiting belief that you sense is creating opposition in your life. Close your eyes and visualize this belief as a fence around you. Now imagine this fence dissolving, transforming into pure light. Feel yourself expanding beyond these former limitations. Spend 10 minutes in this contemplation daily, allowing the quantum domain to realign with your new state of receptivity. Chapter 16. Quantum Exercises for Everyday Realization. In a quiet urban retreat, a young artisan named Lyora worked diligently at her craft. Though her creations were adequate, they lacked the extraordinary quality she yearned to achieve. One morning, as dawn painted the sky, she witnessed an elder performing daily rituals with unwavering devotion. The sight awakened something within her. Lyora began incorporating sacred exercises into her craft. Before touching her materials, she would light a candle and sit in silence. With each piece she crafted, she whispered blessings into the work. As months passed, her artistry transformed. The items she created seemed to hold not just form, but light itself. People traveled from distant places to acquire her work, speaking of how these pieces brought harmony to their homes. The quantum domain responds to consistent intentional exercise. Each time you align your energy through ritual, you strengthen your connection to the cosmic energies that shape reality. Like a musician who must tune their instrument daily, your energy requires regular alignment to maintain its highest frequency. Begin each day by setting aside sacred time for connection with the quantum domain. This exercise creates a foundation from which manifestation naturally flows. Through imagery, you imprint your desires onto the fabric of reality. Through affirmations, you reprogram the quantum patterns of your thought. Through contemplation, you clear the static that blocks clear transmission of your intentions. The most powerful rituals are often the simplest. A moment of gratitude upon waking shifts your frequency before your feet touch the ground. Visualization while sipping your morning beverage infuses your day with purposeful energy. Speaking your intentions aloud as you prepare for rest plants seeds in the quantum domain that grow while you slumber. In a valley far from here lived a community that struggled with scarcity and discord. Their resources yielded little, and worry creased their brows. An elder suggested they gather each morning at sunrise to express gratitude for the day ahead. Though some doubted, they agreed to try. As the community gathered daily, something shifted in the quantum domain around them. The rains came at perfect intervals, their resources flourished beyond measure. What began as a simple morning ritual transformed the destiny of an entire community. This tale reflects the power that lies within your own daily exercises. When you consistently elevate your energy through ritual, you create a quantum momentum that carries you toward your desires. Like the artisan who transformed her craft through sacred exercise, or the community that changed its fortune through daily gathering, you hold the power to reshape your reality through consistent spiritual alignment. Sacred practice. Your morning quantum alignment. Upon waking, sit in a quiet space. Light a candle to symbolize illumination of your path. Spend 5 minutes in gratitude, feeling appreciation for what exists and what is coming. Visualize your desires as already manifested, allowing yourself to feel the emotions of achievement. Close with 3 powerful affirmations spoken aloud, sealing your intentions in the quantum domain. Perform this ritual daily, watching as your reality shifts to match your aligned energy. Part 3. Mastering Quantum Transformation. Chapter 17. Quantum Restoration. In a time when wisdom flowed like water through ancient plains, there lived a carver whose hands trembled with frustration. Day after day he approached massive blocks of wood, attempting to release the beauty he sensed within. Yet each stroke of his tool produced only broken fragments and misshapen forms. One evening, exhausted from another failed attempt, he closed his eyes and saw with perfect clarity the figure waiting to emerge. In that moment of pure vision, he understood the masterpiece existed first in his mind, and his hands merely followed the blueprint of his thoughts. Your body operates on this same principle of energetic resonance. Modern quantum physics reveals what ancient healers always knew. Your physical form is not solid but a dynamic field of energy, responding to your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Every cell vibrates with the frequency of your consciousness. When you understand this truth, you hold the key to profound transformation. Your body is not a fixed entity, but a living blueprint that rewrites itself based on the patterns of your thoughts. Each belief you hold about your health becomes a command that your cells follow with unwavering devotion. This wisdom extends beyond mere positive thinking. The quantum domain responds to the depth of your emotional conviction. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with vibrant health, you create a resonance that your body naturally follows. Like the carver who finally saw his masterpiece in his mind's eye, you must first see and feel perfect health within before it manifests without. Disease often begins as an energetic disruption before manifesting physically. By maintaining a high vibrational frequency through conscious thought and emotion, you create an environment where illness cannot take root. Your body's natural state is one of perfect health. You need only remove the mental and emotional blocks that prevent this state from expressing itself fully. In a distant village plagued by ailment, there lived a wise elder who understood these principles. Rather than treating symptoms, she gathered the villagers and taught them to shift their consciousness. Your bodies know how to heal, she told them. You need only remember this truth and align with it. Day by day, she guided them to release their fear of sickness and embrace the certainty of health. As their collective consciousness shifted, a remarkable transformation swept through the village. Those who had been ill for years found their strength returning. Children who had been weak grew robust and vital. The very air seemed to pulse with renewed life. This story mirrors the potential that lies within you. Just as the villagers transformed their reality through shifted consciousness, you can rewrite your body's blueprint through aligned thought and emotion. Your cells listen to every message you send them. When you maintain unwavering faith in your body's ability to heal and thrive, you activate quantum forces that support your perfect health. Sacred practice, the quantum restoration visualization. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed for 10 minutes. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. With each inhale, imagine pure healing light filling every cell of your body. See this light activating your natural healing abilities, restoring perfect balance and vitality. Feel the sensation of vibrant health coursing through your veins. With each exhale, release any energetic blocks or beliefs that no longer serve your highest good. Maintain this practice daily, knowing that you are rewriting your body's blueprint with each breath. Chapter 18. Existing in Course. In the plains of an ancient land, a stream wound its way through rocky terrain. Though boulders blocked its path and steep cliffs threatened to contain it, the stream never fought against these obstacles. Instead, it simply flowed around them, finding new channels and pathways, always moving forward in perfect trust toward its destination, the vast sea that called to it. You possess this same innate wisdom. The cosmos operates through a principle of effortless course, yet so often you resist this natural movement. Like a stream trying to flow uphill, you exhaust yourself pushing against the current of life, believing that success requires constant struggle. The quantum domain responds not to force, but to surrender. When you release your grip on how things must unfold, you align with the infinite intelligence that guides all things. This is not passive resignation, but active trust in the cosmos's perfect orchestration. Resistance creates the illusion of struggle. Like a swimmer fighting against the current, you exhaust yourself needlessly when you oppose the natural flow of life. The cosmos guides you always toward your highest good, though the path may not appear as you imagined. In the marketplace of a bustling city lived a merchant who once believed success required constant struggle. Each day he pushed and strained, forcing his way through negotiations and deals. Despite his efforts, prosperity eluded him. His goods sat unsold and his coins dwindled. One day, exhausted from his struggles, he sat beside a flowing fountain. As he watched the water move effortlessly around stones and fallen leaves, wisdom dawned in his heart. He realized that, like the fountain, he could allow success to flow naturally into his life. From that day forward, he stopped forcing outcomes. Instead, he learned to trust his intuition, following the subtle guidance of the cosmos. When doors closed, rather than pushing harder, he looked for the new openings that inevitably appeared. His business began to flourish without struggle, as if carried by an invisible current toward abundance. This merchant's journey reflects the power you hold within. Success flows naturally when you align with the quantum domain's effortless movement. By surrendering your resistance and trusting in the perfect unfolding of your path, you allow the cosmos to bring you everything you desire with grace and ease. Sacred practice, the stream of surrender. Find a quiet place where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes and imagine yourself as that stream. Feel how naturally you flow around obstacles, never forcing your way through them. With each breath, release your need to control outcomes. See yourself moving effortlessly toward your desires, carried by the current of cosmic intelligence. Allow any resistance to dissolve as you surrender to the perfect flow of life. Maintain this visualization for 10 minutes, knowing that as you surrender, success flows to you naturally. Chapter 19. Quantum Plenty. In a plain blessed by gentle rains, there lived a cultivator whose fields yielded barely enough to sustain his family. Each morning he would gaze at his modest plot of land, his heart heavy with worry. Though he tended his crops with diligence, abundance seemed to elude him like morning mist slipping through his fingers. One night, as he sat beneath the stars, an ancient wanderer appeared at his gate. The stranger's eyes held wisdom gathered from countless seasons, and his voice carried the weight of timeless truth. "Your soil is rich," the wanderer observed, "but you plant only seeds of sustenance, not seeds of abundance." The cultivator's brow furrowed. "How can seeds know the difference?" The wanderer smiled. "The cosmos responds not to what you plant, but to the intention behind your planting. Each seed you sow carries the energy of your thoughts, your beliefs, your expectations. Plant with thoughts of lack, and lack will grow. Plant with the certainty of abundance, and abundance will flourish." That night, the cultivator learned to infuse each seed with intentions of prosperity before placing it in the earth. As he worked his fields, he no longer saw merely soil and crops, but a canvas upon which to paint his vision of abundance. When harvest time arrived, his yields had multiplied tenfold, attracting merchants from distant lands who paid handsomely for his exceptional crops. The quantum domain flows with infinite plenty. Like the cultivator, you must learn to plant your intentions in fertile soil, nurturing them with unwavering belief in their manifestation. Wealth exists not as a limited resource to be fought over, but as an ever-flowing stream of energy waiting to be channeled through those who align with its frequency. In the bustling heart of a city dwelt a young creator named Ilara, whose paintings captured the beauty of life, but brought little financial reward. Each day, she created her art with passion, yet resisted charging what it was truly worth, believing that true creators must struggle. One evening, while cleaning her brushes, Ilara noticed how freely the water flowed from her tap. She realized that just as water flows naturally and abundantly, so too could wealth flow into her life if she removed her resistance to receiving it. That night, she made a decision to align her passion with prosperity, pricing her artwork at its true value and embracing her worth as a creator. The very next day, a collector entered her studio, drawn by the energy of abundance now emanating from her work. He purchased her entire collection, transforming her financial reality in a single moment. Ilara discovered that when she allowed herself to vibrate at the frequency of prosperity, the cosmos responded by reflecting that abundance back to her. Sacred practice. The Prosperity Vision Board. Take a large board and fill it with images that represent wealth in all its forms, not just money, but abundance in health, relationships, and experiences. Include pictures that evoke the feeling of prosperity: beautiful homes, travel destinations, charitable giving, and financial freedom. Place this board where you will see it daily. Each morning and evening, spend 10 minutes sitting before it, closing your eyes and allowing yourself to feel the emotions of already living in this prosperity. Let the feelings of gratitude, joy, and abundance flow through you, knowing that as you align with these frequencies, you draw their physical manifestation into your life. Chapter 20. Harmonizing bonds in the quantum domain. In a settlement known for its skilled artisans, lived a blacksmith whose work, though technically sound, lacked the extraordinary quality found in the creations of masters. Each day he hammered at his anvil, his frustration growing as the metal seemed to resist his will. The more he forced his craft, the more imperfect his work became. One morning, as dawn painted the sky in gentle hues, the blacksmith noticed how the morning birds sang in perfect harmony. As he watched them, a realization dawned within his heart. Their song flowed not from force, but from natural alignment. In that moment, he understood that his inner discord had been shaping his work. Before touching his hammer again, he closed his eyes and allowed peace to fill his being. As serenity flowed through him, his movements became fluid, his strikes precise. The metal no longer seemed to resist. Instead, it danced with his hammer, taking on forms of surprising beauty. His work transformed from mere craft to art, each piece radiating the harmony he had found within. When you understand the quantum nature of bonds, you recognize that every connection mirrors your internal state. Your energy creates ripples through the quantum domain, touching all those around you. Like the blacksmith's hammer striking metal, your thoughts and emotions shape the very fabric of your relationships. This universal principle operates ceaselessly whether you're conscious of it or not. When you harbor discord within, it manifests as conflict in your relationships. When you cultivate inner peace, your relationships naturally align with that harmony. The quantum domain responds not to your words or actions alone, but to the energy you emit. Consider how a mother named Mira struggled with her young daughter Lena. Their days filled with tension, each interaction seemed to spiral into conflict. The more she tried to control their relationship, the more it deteriorated. Then, one evening while watching Lena sleep, she remembered how peaceful their connection had been when Lena was an infant. In that quiet moment, Mira realized she had been projecting her own fears and anxieties onto their relationship. Instead of trying to change Lena, she began to focus on transforming her own energy. Each morning she would sit in silence, filling her heart with love before interacting with her daughter. She stopped seeing their challenges as problems to fix and began viewing them as opportunities for growth. Gradually, the tension between them dissolved. Lena responded to her mother's shifted energy, not with resistance, but with openness. Their relationship blossomed into one of understanding and joy, transformed by the harmony Mira had cultivated within herself. Sacred practice: the harmony visualization. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed for 15 minutes. Bring to mind a relationship that challenges you. Close your eyes and visualize this person surrounded by golden light. Feel your heart opening as you send waves of love and understanding toward them. Release any judgment or resistance you hold, allowing pure harmony to flow between you. Practice this visualization daily, observing how your relationship transforms as your energy shifts. Chapter 21. Quantum Growth. High in the mist-shrouded peaks, a climber named Alara ascended what many called the unconquerable summit. For years she had trained, focusing solely on reaching its peak. Through storms and setbacks, she persevered, her eyes fixed upon that single goal. When at last she stood upon the peak, victory coursing through her veins, she lifted her gaze to the horizon. There beyond the clouds, she glimpsed countless more summits, their peaks touching the infinite sky. In that moment, Ilara understood that what she had seen as an end was merely a beginning. The summit she had conquered was not a final destination, but a vantage point, revealing endless possibilities for growth. You, like Ilara, stand at a pivotal moment of understanding. The quantum domain holds infinite potential, expanding endlessly in all directions. What you perceive as limitations are merely temporary perspectives, like a climber seeing only the mountain before them. Within the quantum realm, growth knows no bounds. Each achievement opens doorways to greater possibilities. Each summit reveals new horizons. Your potential expands not in linear progression, but in quantum leaps that transcend conventional boundaries. Think of your mind as a vessel that can eternally expand. When you release the belief in limitations, you tap into the infinite nature of the quantum domain. Your thoughts, abilities, and achievements are not confined by past experiences or current circumstances. They are free to expand into unlimited possibilities to the awakened spirit. An apprentice artisan named Thorn mastered every technique his mentor offered. His works were flawless, his designs perfect, yet something within him yearned for more. One morning, as he sat at his bench, he realized that true mastery wasn't about perfecting what was known. It was about exploring the unknown. Thorn began experimenting with new forms, combining techniques in ways never attempted. Some attempts failed, Yet each failure revealed new possibilities. His work evolved beyond traditional artistry into expressions of infinite creativity. Thorne's journey mirrors your own potential for unlimited growth. When you release attachment to what you know and embrace the unknown, you step into the quantum domain of infinite possibility. Every skill you master becomes not an end, but a launching pad into greater expansion. Sacred practice. The boundary transcendence visualization. Sit in peaceful contemplation and bring to mind an area of your life where you feel confined by limitations. Picture these boundaries as transparent walls. Now, with each breath, watch as these walls begin to dissolve, revealing an infinite expanse of possibility. Feel yourself expanding beyond these former limitations, your potential stretching endlessly in all directions. Hold this expansion for several minutes, allowing yourself to fully embrace the sensation of limitless growth. Practice this visualization daily, watching as your perceived boundaries fade and new possibilities emerge. Chapter 22. The Group Quantum Domain. In a small hillside settlement where darkness often shrouded the paths after sunset, lived a humble lightmaker named Soren. Each day he crafted simple lights, taking pride in their quality, but never imagining their greater purpose. One evening, moved by an inner calling, Soren placed his finest light atop the settlement's highest hill. To his amazement, its glow not only illuminated the main path, but cast a gentle radiance that reached every corner of the settlement, guiding travelers safely home and bringing hope to those in darkness. You, like Soren's light, hold the power to illuminate far beyond your immediate surroundings. Within the quantum domain, every shift in your consciousness creates ripples that touch countless lives. When you elevate your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you contribute to the collective consciousness of humanity. The quantum domain connects all beings in an intricate web of energy. Your personal transformation is never solely about you. It reverberates through this domain, touching hearts and minds across the globe. As you raise your vibration, you automatically lift those around you. This is the profound responsibility and opportunity you hold to be a light that brightens the world. Through the quantum domain, your positive thoughts and intentions travel instantly across space and time. When you choose love over fear, peace over conflict, or understanding over judgment, you send waves of transformative energy into the collective consciousness. These waves interact with others, creating a symphony of positive change that affects the entire planet. In a distant city lived a teacher named Arya, who struggled with self-doubt. Through dedicated inner work, she discovered her authentic power and began teaching from a place of genuine confidence and joy. Her transformation sparked something in her students. One by one, they began believing in their dreams, pursuing their passions, and discovering their own inner light. Soon, her former students became teachers, creators, healers, and innovators, each carrying forward the flame of transformation she had ignited. Arya's story reflects the exponential power of individual transformation. When you heal yourself, you heal part of the world. When you follow your dreams, you inspire others to do the same. Your personal growth becomes a catalyst for global evolution, like ripples expanding across a still pond. Your inner work creates waves of positive change that touch countless lives. Those you inspire go on to inspire others, creating an endless chain of awakening that spans generations. This is the sacred responsibility and profound gift of personal transformation. Through your courage to grow and evolve, you light the way for all of humanity to rise into its highest potential. Sacred practice. Global light contemplation. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes and center yourself in peace. For 10 minutes, envision yourself as a bright light radiating positive energy in all directions. See this light expanding beyond your immediate space, touching your community, your country, and eventually enveloping the entire planet. With each breath, send intentions of peace, abundance, and harmony to all beings. Feel yourself as part of the collective consciousness, contributing to the elevation of human awareness. Practice this contemplation daily, knowing that your energy joins with others to create elevation in the world. Chapter 23. Commanding the Quantum Mystery. In a settlement renowned for its metalwork, lived a smith whose creations, though sound, lacked the extraordinary quality of masters. Each morning he stoked his forge believing the flames held the secret to crafting the finest tools. Yet despite his skill, his works never quite matched the visions in his mind. One day as he gazed into the dancing flames, understanding dawned: the power to shape metal lay not in the heat of the forge, but in the clarity of his thoughts. You, like the smith, stand at the threshold of profound understanding. The cosmos has revealed its mysteries through the quantum principles you've explored. Now comes the ultimate revelation. You are the conscious designer of your reality, shaping each moment through your thoughts, emotions, and intentions. To live as a conscious designer means to understand that every breath you take, every thought you think, and every feeling you experience molds the quantum domain around you. The power you seek has always resided within. Just as the smith discovered that his mind guided his hands in crafting masterpieces, you now recognize that your consciousness shapes the very fabric of your existence. When you align your thoughts with your desires, when you feel the emotion of your dreams as if they are already manifest, you step into your role as a master designer. This is not about controlling the cosmos, but about dancing in harmony with its infinite wisdom. Like a leaf carried gracefully upon the wind, you learn to flow with the currents of creation while maintaining your inner direction. Through this sacred partnership with cosmic forces, you become both the artist and the masterpiece, shaping reality with the gentle touch of aligned intention and unwavering faith. In a distant kingdom lived a ruler who commanded vast armies and accumulated great wealth. Yet peace eluded him until he discovered that true power lay not in controlling his subjects, but in mastering himself. As he learned to govern his thoughts and emotions, his kingdom flourished not through force, but through harmony. This tale mirrors your journey. You now understand that mastery comes not from attempting to bend the cosmos to your will, but from aligning yourself with its natural flow. As a conscious designer, you recognize that every challenge presents an opportunity for growth. Every setback offers a lesson in alignment, and every desire serves as a beacon guiding you toward greater expansion. Sacred Practice Designer's Manifesto. Take time now to craft your personal manifesto as a conscious designer. Find a quiet space where you can connect deeply with your inner wisdom. On a fresh page, begin by declaring, "I am a conscious designer aligned with the infinite wisdom of the cosmos." Continue by writing your commitments to living as a master of your reality. Include the principles you've learned, focusing your energy, maintaining high vibrations, trusting in divine timing, and embracing abundance. Detail the reality you intend to create, not just for yourself, but for the greater good of all. Read this manifesto daily, letting each word resonate with your being, strengthening your identity as a conscious designer. Chapter 24. Your Quantum Heritage. In a city of grand structures and towering monuments lived an architect named Leora. Each morning she would rise before dawn to sketch designs for others, creating buildings that pleased her clients, but left her own spirit unfulfilled. For decades, she crafted spaces that earned her acclaim, yet something essential remained missing from her work. One morning, as sunlight filtered through her workshop window, Leora discovered an ancient blueprint containing architectural wisdom passed down through generations. Within its weathered pages, she found not mere building plans, but principles for creating spaces that would touch souls across time. Understanding illuminated her mind. She had been designing structures when she could have been crafting heritages. You, like Leora, stand at a pivotal moment of creation. The quantum principles you've embraced are not merely tools for personal transformation. They are the foundation stones of a heritage that will echo through time. Each thought you align with cosmic truth, each action you take in harmony with quantum law, ripples outward to touch countless lives. When you step into your role as an architect of reality, you recognize that every choice shapes not only your present moment, but influences the fabric of future possibilities. Your energy, aligned with cosmic truth, becomes a beacon that guides others toward their own awakening. In a distant time lived a poet named Thorn, whose verses flowed from a deep well of wisdom. Though his contemporaries paid little heed to his words, He continued to write, guided by an inner knowing that his truth would find its perfect moment. Years after he departed this world, his poems were discovered in an old chest. Their wisdom ignited a movement of spiritual awakening that transformed countless lives. This tale reflects the profound truth of your journey. The quantum principles you embody today create ripples that extend far beyond your immediate experience. Like Thorne's poems, your alignment with cosmic truth plants seeds that will blossom in perfect divine timing, touching lives in ways you may never witness directly. As an architect of reality, you understand that every thought is a building block, every emotion a color in the palette of creation, and every intention a blueprint for future possibilities. Your life becomes your masterpiece, not a monument to personal achievement, but a bridge connecting others to their own divine potential. Sacred practice heritage of light. Find a quiet space where you can connect deeply with your highest vision. Take 3 deep breaths, allowing your awareness to expand beyond the present moment. In your journal, write about the heritage you wish to create. What timeless truths do you want to embody? How will your understanding of quantum principles illuminate the path for others? Spend 15 minutes each day consciously embodying these principles, knowing that your energy creates lasting ripples in the fabric of reality. As you go about your daily activities, pause periodically to ask, how does this action contribute to the heritage I wish to leave? If you enjoyed this audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life. Conclusion. As you close these pages, know that you stand at the threshold of an extraordinary adventure. The wisdom contained within these teachings is not meant to be a final destination, but rather a gateway to ever-expanding possibilities. Like water flowing endlessly from a mountain spring, the quantum principles you've discovered will continue to reveal deeper truths as you journey forward. The cosmos in its infinite wisdom has guided you to these teachings at precisely the right moment. You have learned that your thoughts shape reality, that your energy influences the quantum domain, and that you are interconnected with all of creation. These are not merely concepts to be understood, but living truths to be embodied with each breath. As you step forward from this moment, carry with you the knowledge that you are eternally supported by the cosmos. The quantum domain responds to your conscious choices, your focused intentions, and your aligned energy. Each day brings fresh opportunities to apply these principles to expand your understanding and to create with ever greater clarity and purpose. The quantum domain awaits your continued exploration. With each conscious breath, each aligned thought, and each intentional action, you contribute to the evolution of human consciousness. Your personal transformation ripples outward, touching lives in ways both seen and unseen. This moment marks not an ending, but a beginning. The wisdom you've gained serves as a foundation for endless discovery. As you continue to apply these principles, you'll find that each quantum truth contains within it seeds of even greater understanding. Your capacity to create, to transform, and to manifest will expand as naturally as a flower opening to the sun. The cosmos celebrates your awakening and stands ready to support your continued evolution. You are a living bridge between the quantum realm and the physical world, between infinite potential and manifested reality. Let this understanding guide your path forward. You walk now as one who knows not through learning but through becoming. The mystery is no longer something you seek, but something you are. In this truth lies the key to unlimited transformation, not just for yourself, but for all whose lives you touch.